This morning, President Donald Trump threatened to have me arrested and executed simply for reminding our service members of their oaths to follow the Constitution and to defend the rule of law. I've taken many oaths throughout my life, as a combat veteran, a paratrooper, an Army Ranger, and now as a member of Congress. That is a lifetime oath for me. I will never stop defending it and upholding that sacred obligation. It's very telling that President Trump and those around him think it's criminal simply for asking people to follow the law. This moment requires moral clarity. Every American, regardless of your background, should unite and reject his calls for political violence. This is a moment that requires leadership. I intend to uphold my obligation, my oath, and to lead. Don't give up the ship.
Donald Trump just called for 6 Democrat lawmakers to be hanged, by a rope, executed, hanged. And the reason is because they are reminding our soldiers that they are not allowed to follow through with illegal orders. I don't really have the words anymore. I do know every single MAGA voter is going to support this because you're all literally inferior parasites on our fucking society that need to be removed like fuck humor.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Guys, in today's episode, we are going to see something I never expected from Trump. I know he can do many things, but this one is the last one. Actually, as you know, he called out for 6 Democrats to be dead because they are telling people not to do illegal things. Can you imagine? And what's so sad is the way his administration, they're defending all this. That's what we are covering in today's episode. The credit belongs to the owner of the videos. I'll be back with more commentary.
Donald Trump is the worst president of the United States for America's children. The worst president American children have ever had.
Well, it's official. We have the President of the United States not only theoretically declaring war on half the population, but now literally declaring war on his own members of his government, on members of Congress from the opposing party, simply for suggesting that members of the military follow the law. These aren't socialists and left-wing lunatics. These are moderate centrist Democrats, many of whom are veterans themselves. And unfortunately, we are getting reports that there have been a massive uptick in threats against Democratic members of Congress, Democratic lawmakers, because of these threats from Donald Trump. So this is very real-world danger. This is not going to end well. In the most understated sentence of all time, at least in the year of our Lord 2025 in the United States of America, this is not going to go well for anybody, but particularly for Donald Trump. I think at this point, Donald Trump needs to hope that he either dies in office or that he's able to successfully steal as many presidential elections as he can for the rest of his life. For as long as he's alive, he needs to hope that he is able to overthrow American democracy enough to keep him in power while he is alive. Because if he is no longer the president, when he leaves office and Democrats theoretically take over the government once again, we're not appointing Merrick fucking Garland this time. There is not going to be a pleasant, happy ending for this man. It turns out you can't declare war on half your population and expect those people to just kind of sit back and take it. So initiate impeachment processes for this fucking lunatic. Get him out of there as soon as possible. Go to the Topple the Regime protest this weekend if you can. I think it's this weekend in D.C. I don't know if he's going to get impeached. I still don't believe that Republicans have any fucking spine. But at this point, if Republicans are not willing to remove this lunatic from office, they are complicit. And they should face retribution and a reckoning when Democrats take control again as well for enabling this sadistic, psychopathic monster to run our country into the fucking ground.
Hey everybody, big story today. Here's what you need to know. 6 Democratic members of Congress, veterans of our military, and intel backgrounds have all come together to make a PSA. Telling the truth, if you're given an unlawful order, do not follow it. You don't have to. They say your oath is to the Constitution, not to whoever's sitting in that office. And baby, Wigs R Us was not happy. Wigs R Us went to Truth Social and wrote on his platform that these lawmakers' actions was seditious behavior. That's very strong wording, being that they did not actually break a law, and said that it should be punished by death. Yes, unalive, possibly hanging. And then doubled down and reshared something that George Washington would do the same thing. Are you fucking kidding me? Now, why does this matter? 1, because it's rare. Threatening someone for political speech is crazy. 2, because it involves military and core orders on how democracy actually works. And 3, because this rhetoric can spill into the real world and have real world consequences. Because he does have a cult behind him. Now, what to watch for? To see if any legal action will be taken against the President of the United States. Do we doubt it? Yes, we do. How will Congress respond? A bunch of talking and no action. And could this actually reshape political power, military obedience, or freedom of speech? Because it's cool when they do it, it's a problem when we do it. But I'll keep y'all updated.
This is insane and crazy, and I want to read this for you. Actually, these 6 Democrats he attacking, it's not normal one. Actually, they served in the military intelligence. They made video reminding the service member you can refuse to do illegal orders. It's not like refusing the president or refusing to take orders. It's illegal orders, and you must refuse to do illegal orders. That's not sedition. That's restating basic constitution. Actually, guys, you know, like when Trump says something and you don't follow up, he pissed. But to the level of calling on them to be there, this is insane. This is crazy. Is it even allowed? Let me know, because I'm just shocked. When I saw the news, I was like, is it true? Did he do that? I swear this one shocked me. I'm being honest, guys. Let's keep watching.
Because I have a lot of international followers due to my series on how the rest of the world views the US, I feel it is my obligation to let those of you around the world know what our president, Donald Trump, said today about Democratic lawmakers. If they are to go against his orders, he said they should be hanged. Yes, that's right. He called for the execution of Democratic lawmakers. That's what we're dealing with here in the US. We have an unhinged president that calls for the death of people who go against him, in the name of democracy, no less, to be clear. I think so many of us in our entire lifetime could not have predicted that we would have someone like this at the helm of our country. Every day, it just gets worse and worse, but truly, this is a new low.
To be clear, it is the law in this country that if a service member receives an illegal order, they are to refuse to discharge an illegal order. The United States Code of Military Justice could not be clearer. That is the law in this country. And yet, when some Democratic lawmakers reminded servicemen and women of that, there are now calls coming in on social media saying that these people need to be tried for sedition and hung. And our president just amplified that voice by retweeting and posting on his own social media, calling for these lawmakers to be punished with the ultimate punishment for simply reminding servicemen and women of their duty already under the law. Of all the outrageous things he has done, this is showing just how wildly he is spinning out of control. To call for lawmakers who are quoting the law to be unalived is as serious as it gets, folks. He is unraveling, and it's going to be worse before it gets better. But the good news is, I think we got this. I think we have topped the mountain, and we're on the downside now. There's still going to be fights, but the momentum is with the good guys now. Go love your neighbor.
So this is insane. The President of the United States is calling for the deaths of veterans because they made a video urging service members not to follow unlawful orders. Here's the video.
I'm Senator Alyssa Slotkin.
Senator Mark Kelly.
Representative Chris DeLuzio.
Congresswoman Maggie Goodlander.
Representative Chrissy Houlihan.
Congressman Jason Crow.
I was a captain in the United States Navy.
Former CIA officer.
Former Navy.
Former paratrooper and Army Ranger.
Former intelligence officer.
Former Air Force.
We want to speak directly to members of the military
and the intelligence community
who take risks each day
to keep Americans safe.
We know you are under enormous stress and pressure right now.
Americans trust their military.
But that trust is at risk.
This administration is pitting our uniformed military
and intelligence community professionals
against American citizens.
Like us. You all swore an oath
to protect and defend this Constitution.
And right now, the threats to our Constitution aren't just coming from abroad,
but from right here at home.
Our laws are clear. You can refuse illegal orders.
You can refuse illegal orders.
You must refuse illegal orders.
No one has to carry out orders that violate the law
or our Constitution.
We know this is hard,
and that it's a difficult time to be a public servant.
But whether you're serving in the CIA,
the Army,
or Navy,
the Air Force,
your vigilance is critical.
And know that we have your back.
Because now, more than ever,
the American people need you.
We need you to stand up for our laws,
our Constitution,
and who we are as Americans. Don't give up.
Don't give up.
Don't give up.
Don't give up the ship.
I like it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. All of them.
People are pushing back, like they're like, no, we are not going to allow this. You saw many white people even standing up and defending this. They say like, you are not allowed to say that. I love that, but so sad. Like his administration, they are supporting these crazy things because this is crazy. This is insane. So in his mind, he wish like if you don't do what he wants, if you are not with him, he wish you are that. That's what he mean or what? This is crazy. This is insane. You may just argue. You may not disagree with something. You may be like, oh, I don't like that. I don't like you, whatever. But to say death on someone is beyond what I was expecting from him. Now I'm confirming like he really have a problem. People need to check him. I feel like he have a problem. Or he don't have anyone to advise him before he wrote. It doesn't make sense, guys. It doesn't make sense at all. This is crazy. Let's watch.
I don't want to hear another damn thing from any Republican member of Congress about rhetoric and turning down the temperature and yada, yada, yada. Because the President of the United States has come out and said that Democratic members of Congress should be put to death. Republican members of Congress have to come out today, immediately, not tomorrow, right now, and come out and forcefully denounce this.
Who could possibly have predicted that in less than a year into his second presidency, Donald Trump, the 34 times convicted felon, would be threatening to kill his official political opponents because they posted a video reminding armed forces service people that they swore an oath to the Constitution and not to the president. Well, lots of us, actually. Millions of innocent Americans, actually. Anyone that witnessed January the 6th. Anyone that witnesses the absolute onslaught of bombardment and lunacy that he puts out onto social media every day. Anyone that's seen his criminal record. Millions of people. And yet, unfortunately, he remains the president of the USA. And quite why he does when impeachable offence after impeachable offence are committed is completely unknown and a question that the rest of the world is asking. When we first heard that this was all going down, we knew it was bad and it was going to get worse. And it is bad and it is going to get worse until those in power, the officials within the United States of America, grow a spine and a moral compass and remind themselves of the principles and constitution upon which their nation is built. It is very sad to watch this descent in real time. And the one thought that I have had since the beginning of his presidency through till now, and it remains the same, is, my God, I never thought it would be so easy. I never thought it would be so easy.
Like he should be supporting people who are encouraging other people not to do something illegal, not to respect orders when they are legal, because he's the president. He should follow the rules of and regulation. He should he should give the people the example of what to follow, right? But when people encourage people to do what's right, he's mad because he always do what he want. He don't respect any orders. This is insane. This is lawmaker. These people were here, they are there for people. So to call them, like you say, like they deserve to die because they did that video, it's insane. It's even crazy. And we know, like, the way Republican and MAGA love to say, oh, Democrats, they are really, really like so rude. They are just like, they love to they're too physical, they want to harm, and they use bad what do you call this? Last time we saw how he called the reporter a lady the piggy. That one, you see it out, he didn't say anything about it. And now this, don't you see the president you voted has a problem, has issue? Or you should talk to him and remind him, like, what are you doing? Because he doesn't care about anyone. He doesn't care about people who see it. He doesn't care if a child sees that news. Imagine to have the president and you are still young. You see your president can call on some people to die because they just tell people to follow orders, not do something illegal. Then you are like, it doesn't make sense. I swear it doesn't. You know, sometimes you need even to pretend. Sometimes you need to pretend that, yeah, but he can't even do that because he already ignored anyone. He doesn't care about what you say. He doesn't care if you guys you complain. He doesn't care at all. And that's crazy. That's insane. So guys, I have few comments from the people. People say, like, I can't believe a president will say something like this. This is scary. Yeah, it's very scary. The second one say those 6 Democrats were just doing their duty. They didn't ask for violence. They asked for lawful behavior. To ask people to respect the law. If someone tried to use you in wrong way, don't say yes. That's a good thing. But of course, he's mad. The third one say this isn't just surprising, it's shocking. How come do we have sitting president like this? The other one is say people saying I thought he was the best president, now must be rethinking things. Then the other one say, like, this is insane, he should be impeached. So guys, what do you think? Let me know what you think about all this, because me personally, I'm so shocked. I don't know what to think. I'm just like, what? Seriously? I'm like, wow, I never saw this coming. Let me know what you think, guys. Subscribe to the channel. I will see you next one as always. Bye.